Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I am going to show you how to do those beautiful glitter gradient or glitter ombre accent nails and a 3-color mani. In this dip powder mani, I am using Revel Hustler and Revel Merlot and Sparkle & Co.'s Mad for Metallics. So off camera, I had already removed my previous dip. I had pushed back my cuticles and also applied my nail dehydrator. So I did all that. I am going to go ahead and roll my dip powder, make sure there's no lumps or clumps so it goes on smooth. That is the gray color. I am going to do that color on my thumb and my middle, and the Merlot is going to go on my pointer finger and my ring finger, and then the Mad for Metallics will be on my pinky. So as usual, I am going to start with my Dipalicious base, and I will do a small strip down the middle of my nail. My nails are pretty long, so this is my version of doing an apex basically. I don't completely build, a really large apex because my nails are already curved. They're not very, very flat. So I really just do the one layer of color straight down the middle. I don't have to do multiple layers. So I do the one down the middle on all my nails, and I will do the Mad for Metallics on my pinky, and the Mad for Metallics is what I do as the glitter ombre as well. It is the most amazing glitter. It's got some kind of light pinks in there, but also some grays and almost like a brown in there too. But when you pair it with pink, it really pulls those pinks, and it is beautiful to use for an ombre. It is a thicker, chunkier glitter, so you want to try and get full opacity in 2 dips. I did do my right hand off camera, and I had some patchy spots, so I ended up doing 3 dips, and it definitely is thick because you have to do a clear. So I ended up doing 4 dips total, and 4 dips made my nails pretty thick. So I had some filing to do. So if you can get away with really getting all your sides and right by your cuticle in 2 dips, definitely do it. So I will grab the Mad for Metallics and do just about all of my nail. I do avoid the side walls on the first dip, and I will lay my finger into the glitter so I pick up all those beautiful circular glitters and the small browner ones as well, just to get some opacity. When I'm done, I take my finger and I pat down any of the glitter that might be sticking up, and I will cover the glitter again. I don't want it to spill. I don't want it to contaminate any of my cream colors. So I did that, and then I will brush off all the excess. Just remember, brushing off the excess is really important so your layers stay nice and thin. So I am going to breeze through my 3 layers of all my other colors except for my Mad for Metallics. I only do it twice. So I'll breeze through that, and then I will come back for the glitter ombre tutorial. All right, so I did my 3 dips of color. I'm gonna go in and do my glitter fade or glitter ombre on my middle 2 nails. I will dust off the excess. You want to make sure you are using a brush that you haven't used on your glitter colors because it will cross-contaminate if you don't want any sparkles, on those first 2 nails. So clean those off really, really well. Again, you don't want any excess powder on there. So to do a glitter ombre, I'm sure there's a ton of ways to do it, but my preferred way is to use a makeup brush and to just tap on the glitter where I want it. You can do your glitter starting at the cuticle, or you can do it starting at the free edge. I like to do mine by the cuticle and then fade it down my nail towards the free edge. So I do have a lot of the glitter pieces, the circle pieces at the top already because I gave it a shake. So you want to make sure you've got those at the top. When I have all my glitter in place where I want it, I do take my clear and pour it over the rest of the nail because there are still some wet spots. And they'll stay wet if you don't put some type of powder on there. It will dry eventually, which I guess you could do, but I just put the clear over it. So I will do a layer of my base, and you want to give it a little bit thicker coverage, not too thick, but a little bit thicker so you've got some time to work before your base completely dries. So you'll do a layer of that, and then grab your makeup brush and tap just the I like to just have the glitter kind of right at the edge of the makeup brush. So I go to where I kind of don't want the glitter and I start tapping and I move it to where I do want the glitter. And I like the glitter to be a little bit higher on the sides than it is towards the middle of my nail. So I will turn my finger and keep tapping, and you want to make sure you have really heavy coverage towards the cuticle because to have it fade you need to have less glitter as you go up. So make sure you have a really healthy covering at the cuticle. And then again, turn your finger to each side. Like I said, I like mine to fade up the sides a little bit, not so much straight down the middle of the nail. So I turn my nail to both sides, and that glitter is so, so pretty. So I will make sure I've got plenty. So I've got it all covered by my cuticle. And I will grab my little spoon and take a small bit of my clear and cover my nail in it. Now, after you put this clear on, you still have to do another layer of clear over the entire nail to seal in the glitter because the glitter really doesn't have any clear on it right at this moment. So after you put on that clear, you will tap down because again, the Mad for Metallics is a chunky glitter, so it definitely has some pieces sticking up. And then you repeat the process on your other nail, whatever nails you want to do, of course. Same process. And then you will go ahead and oh Lord, cap all your glitter colors in clear. How late is it? It feels like midnight. It's only 9. So do the same process, and then I will come back in just a bit. So after all that, I dusted all my nails off and it is time for Activator. Activator needs to dry for about 2 minutes. Mine's running low a little bit here, so I'm going to breeze through this. But the Activator is what's going to make it feel hard like acrylic. So you'll know it's ready if you take like the end of a brush and give a tap onto your nail and it sounds like a click. That is what you're looking for. So you'll breeze through all that. You want to make sure all of your nails are really well soaked in Activator. Make sure you're penetrating all those layers, especially on those glitter nails as well, because those do have not so much acrylic powder and a lot more glitter. So you really want to make sure that you're saturating all of those. So I will change out my bit. That's my cuticle bit that I use for cuticle prep. I will change to my arbor band. That is the brown little sanding bands that come in your kit. So you use your mandrel, pop that into your drill, and I always keep my fine ones all the way to the left so I remember and I don't cut up my finger really bad. So I will do my traditional filing, I will do my drill, and then I will do my hand file. So I'll let you watch that just for a little bit. Okay, so after all my filing, I took my manicure brush, dusted off all the excess powder, and I went and I washed my hands so there is no excess powder on my fingers. I noticed that if you do have some powder on your fingers still left, the gel will pick some of it up and it'll leave kind of a rough surface instead of a really smooth surface. So I did run into a problem when I did my gel. Now take a look when I put on the gel on all my fingers. I do it the exact same way on all the fingers. I don't see that I did anything different. I don't think I buffed any differently or I used my drill any differently, but on my pointer finger, I notice that after I cure, there is a spot where it almost looks like the gel separated, and usually that happens when you have a surface that's too smooth. But I used all the same buffing and drill bit on all my nails, and all the other ones turned out fine. So I'm going to close up on my pinky and see if I can see anything that's a little bit different. It's right down the middle of my nail, about halfway up the nail. So we're going to watch together and see if I see anything that looks kind of funny before I cure. Because sometimes you can see it before you even cure. You can see it separating. It's like, oh, great. Then you just take alcohol acetone, take it right off and buff it up and redo it. But I didn't see anything there. And like I said, I didn't do that on any of my other nails. I don't think it's the color. I mean, the gray looks fine. So who knows, but I will show you how to fix that here in just a second. All right, so I cured for a full 60 seconds, and right as I go to put cuticle oil on, it's like, oh, wait, oh, what is that? It's separating where you can see some dullness under there. That means the gel has separated and it is too smooth under there. So the way to fix that is to buff off your gel. I did use my fine buffer and then I switched to a little bit more of a coarse one. So the way that you know the gel is off is when all that white is gone and you can see your regular color underneath and there's no more of that white pigment on top. So you want to file off all that one layer of top coat. And then I wanted to use this drill bit as well because it is a little bit rougher, so I know for sure that my next layer of gel won't separate at all. So you just buff that off and then you do your top coat again, and I will grab a little bit of a moist towel just to clean off my finger, clean off all the excess dust. And then I will do that and cure again for 60 seconds. All right, so I gave that a 60-second cure and it looked wonderful, nice and smooth, no separating at all. I did my cuticle oil, rub that in for some hydration, and I am done with the mani. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Till next time, gal pals, bye.